Is like other companies, the Plumpjack Group received this money to help keep their employees on payroll, a requirement of the SBA. But unlike some other SBA loan recipients owned by mom and pop businesses, these companies have some big time backers. The Plumpjack Group is home to a handful of properties. On their website, you'll find wineries, bars, restaurants, even a boutique hotel. ABC7's analysis found at least 9 companies of the group, founded by Governor Gavin Newsom, received a combined total of nearly $3 million of PPP loans. First, Villa Encinal Partners LP. State records indicate the name is traced back to the Plumpjack Winery in Napa. San Francisco billionaire Gordon Getty is an investor. According to SBA data, the company received a loan for more than $900,000 on April 14, 2020. The SBA expects 60% of the loan must be used towards payroll. Based on SBA's data, which indicated this business retained 14 employees. If divided equally, each of them would have received around $40,000 to cover their payroll over a period of 3 months. Hypothetically, that would amount to an annual salary of around $160,000 per employee.
It's unexpected for 14-employee organization to get nearly $1 million.
Sean Moulton is a senior policy analyst with Project on Government Oversight, or POGO. He specializes in tracking PPP funds.
The purpose behind this program was to save, entry-level jobs, the people going in and working for that paycheck. That was what we put this out there for, to stop unemployment.
ABC7's analysis found the average small business loan for California companies retaining 14 employees was roughly $128,000. Yet the Plumpjack entity, Villa Encinal Partners LP, that according to SBA data also retained 14 employees, received more than 7 times that amount, upwards of $918,000. To put it in perspective, our analysis found the other California winery that received close to the same loan amount as Villa Encinal Partners is Oak Knoll Farming Corp. The company retained 79 employees, more than 5 times as many as Villa. The average number of employees retained for every California winery that received more than $900,000 in PPP loans is 148.
We were hanging on by a thread here.
Aaron Burke of the Millbrae Pancake House received about $431,000, much less than half of what Villa received, and retained 53 employees, nearly 4 times as many as the 14 employees Villa Encinal Partners retained.
That seems unfair, that there are, small family businesses like ours that need that money.
Burke is standing in the empty kitchen of her family-owned business she once called Paradise. Now, after 60 years in business, she was forced to shut down on November 29th.
We're just trying to do the best we can and survive.
The San Francisco Chamber of Commerce reports a majority of small businesses that struggled to get PPP loans say the loan wasn't enough or they misunderstood the application.
I think it's heartbreaking.
Jay Chang is the organization's public policy director.
As a result, we see huge discrepancies between small businesses and the kind of loans they got and their ability to get loans, and larger companies that were well-resourced and well-staffed and had strong relationship with banks.
Another company affiliated with the Plumpjack Group that received money is Balboa Cafe Partners, a California limited partnership. An estimate from a commercial data firm in June of 2020 indicates this company employs 7. But SBA data associated with their loan application states they retained 55 employees. It raises the question, why the discrepancy? Did Balboa Cafe Partners hire 48 people during a pandemic? ABC7 reached out to Plumpjack Management Group first for clarification on how the nearly $3 million in funding was spent. We were sent the following statement saying, like many other companies facing extreme financial duress during the pandemic, we used loan monies to protect our workers and keep them employed. Our staff members and their loved ones have depended on these programs for their livelihoods. Gavin Newsom is not affiliated with the operation of the companies in any way. Any suggestion otherwise is unequivocally false. That's true. Governor Newsom is not affiliated with the operation of these companies, as his interests are in a blind trust. But he is listed as the founder on the website. His sister Hillary Newsom is listed as the company's president and partner. But according to Newsom's 2019 Statement of Economic Interest, he does have an ownership interest in 8 companies affiliated with Plumpjack that received PPP money. Cal Matters revealed the governor's 2018 tax returns show he and his wife made $1.2 million from wages and investments that year, a majority of which stems from his ventures in wine and hospitality. ABC7 reached out to Plumpjack Management Group a second time, requesting payroll records to see how each of the 14 employees of Villa Encinal Partners were paid. We received this statement. Plumpjack Management Group is operating within the federal guidelines created for COVID-19 SBA loan recipients. These funds have been critical in keeping our staff employed and continuing our operations. Any implication that we have done anything outside of the guidelines or that we have filed for forgiveness on the loan is irresponsible. The Plumpjack Group will have 2 to 5 years to apply for loan forgiveness. That's if they choose to do so. This means they may not have to pay back these loans. How is the SBA going to ensure for any company applying for forgiveness the money went where it was supposed to?
Well, first of all, they have to certify when they apply that they retain their employees. So that's going to include payroll records, documentation, filings. So there's a lot of proof that individuals have available to show that they paid their employees.
If they don't seek forgiveness of the loan, they have to pay it back. But these companies still benefit. Cheers. Danielle Bryan is the executive director of Project on Government Oversight.
They were able to benefit from this extremely low interest rate that the government was providing. These are 1% loans. It's essentially free money for them.
We have reached out to Governor Newsom twice now for further comment and have yet to hear back. Now, in total, nearly $16.8 billion in PPP money went to around 130,000 companies across the Bay Area. For a full look at our team's analysis, we have posted interactive graphs over on our website. For the I-Team, Stephanie Sierra, ABC 7 News.
Stephanie, very interesting here. Is there any oversight to verify how these loans are being spent, especially for big companies that got millions of dollars?
Well, the SBA is auditing loans received worth $2 million and more. However, it should be noted the agency has the authority to review any PPP loan regardless of the size. It's just unclear how far along the SBA is with any of their investigations. We'll, of course, keep a close eye on them.
Great. Okay. Stephanie, thank you.